Hello everyone, my topic is nitrogenous excretion in insects, the synthesis of uric acid and formation of excreta. When we talk about the introduction to nitrogenous excretion, insects metabolize protein resulting in the release of ammonia, a highly toxic compound. In case of aquatic organism, ammonia can be excreted directly because ammonia is dissolved easily in water. In the case of terrestrial insects, they cannot afford large amount of water loss, so they convert the toxic ammonia into the uric acid. The uric acid is a non-toxic, water-insoluble compound that can be excreted with a minimal water expenditure. The synthesis of uric acid in insects. When we talk about the synthesis of uric acids, the uric acid occurs mainly in the synthesis of the uric acid occurs mainly in the fat body, the insect organs that function similar to the liver and adipose tissue of the vertebrates. In the uric acid formation, they follow the purine degradation pathway. In the uric acid formation, there are so many steps. The first step is breakdown of protein and formation of ammonia. In this step, during the metabolic process, the proteins will be break down into the amino acids, and the excess amino groups were converted into the ammonia NH3. Due to the high toxicity of ammonia, insect rapidly channel this into the purine synthesis pathway. When we move to the purine synthesis pathway and the formation of IMP. IMP is the inosine monophosphate. The ammonia produced in the earlier steps were combined with the small carbon skeleton to form the purines. It was a key precursor in the IMP. IMP serves as the central molecule from which uric acid is derived. Next is the conversion of IMP to the uric acid. In this pathway, the IMP first converted into the hypoxanthine, then the hypoxanthine will convert into the xanthine. Xanthine will be converted into uric acid. In this step, the xanthine will act with xanthine oxidase enzyme. So the xanthine will convert it into the uric acid. The uric acid will be formed in the fat body, which then enter into the hemolymph. Then they were transported into the Malpighian tubules for their excretion. When we talk about the advantages of uric acid synthesis is an energy intensive but also beneficial because there are some reasons. Because the uric acid is non-toxic when compared to the ammonia. Ammonia is a highly toxic one. Uric acid is non-toxic. Uric acid is also water insoluble and also precipitates easily. Excretion requires minimum water, and it is crucial for insects in the dry habitat. Uric acid can be retained temporarily in the tissue without causing any harms because of their non-toxic nature. The next slides shows their the pathway. Sorry. Uh, in this, first the IMP were converted into inosine. Then the PNPase will act on the inosine and will converted into hypoxanthine. Then the xanthine oxidase will act upon the hypoxanthine and it will convert it into xanthine. Then the xanthine will be acted with the xanthine oxidase. It will convert it into the uric acid. Next, the structure and function of the insect excretory system. In the insect excretory system, there were two major parts. One is Malpighian tubules and the hindgut. The hindgut is also included with the ileum and rectum portion. Together, the Malpighian tubules and the hindguts will regulate the nitrogenous excretion, ion balance, osmotic concentration, and the homeostasis. In the next slide, we represent the insect excretory structure. In this, the yellow tubular portion is the malphizian tubules, and the light pink area is the midgut and the hindgut. It was a hindgut region. Ileum and rectum region is shown in the two bulges. First one is ileum, then second one is rectum, and lastly, at a terminal portion, it was a anal region. In the malphizian tubules are long, with blind-ended tubular structures that arises near the junction of the midgut and the hindgut. Their numbers varies widely among insect species. Mm, their functions will include secretion of primary urine and the removal of nitrogenous waste product, maintenance of the ionic balance, and assistance in the detoxification. Next one is hindgut. It will include ileum and rectum. Hindgut is responsible for the reabsorption of water and useful solutes. The rectum has specialized epithelial cells. It will to conserve water, an important adaptation in the dry environment. Next is the formation of excreta in insect. The excretion process is completed in the mainly of two major steps. The first one is formation of primary urine in malphizian tubules, and second one is formation of final excreta in the hindgut. First one is formation of primary urine. The malphizian tubules do not filter blood like uh, our vertebrate kidneys. Instead, they use active secretion. In that, active transport of ions into the lumen will occur. The ions include potassium, sodium, and chloride ions. Then the water follows by osmosis, forming the primary urine. Nitrogenous wastes like uric acid, guanine, and xanthine enter the lumen either through secretion or through the diffusion. Uric acid precipitated out as a crystalline granules. Because uric acid is an insoluble, it does not require water to remain in the solution. Next is modification of urine in the hindgut. When the urine is formed, there is modification done in the hindgut. When the primary urine passes into the ileum and the rectum, most of the waste is reabsorbed. Ions like potassium, sodium are reabsorbed into the hemolymph. Uric acid crystals remain behind. The rectal pads are seen in the rectal area. The rectal pads are highly specialized tissue that will help achieve maximum water conservation. Final excreta formation. After the water removal, the remaining excreta will consist of uric acid crystals, undigested food, pigments, and minor waste products. This mixture becomes a semi solid paste or dry pellet like, which will expelled through the anus. This will minimize the water loss and is a key reason insects will thrive in the dry environment. Adaptational significance of uricotelism in insects. Producing the uric acid and the forming semi-solid excreta will offer severe adaptive advantages. One is water conservation. In the formation of uric acid, we say that it will forming in semi-solid excreta. So the water is conserved. It was vital for the insect occupying the desert, dry soils, or exposed habitats. And next one is non-toxic waste storage. Uric acid can be held within the tissues, such as fat bodies during development. It was seen in the pupa. Next one is light body weight. Dry excreta reduces the burden of carrying liquid waste because the uric acid formation in the semi-solid like form. And then one is energy efficient for terrestrial survival. In the uric acid synthesis, it will consume energy. It will optimize long-term survival in land environment. Additional nitrogenous waste in insects. With the uric acid, there are another excretas were formed in some insects. Ammonia, urea, guanine is included in them. In the ammonia, it was in the larvae in most moist environments. Urea was seen in certain specific life stages of the species. Guanine is seen in the arachnids and some insects.